Welcome, everybody, to this episode of the Real Producers Partners podcast. I'm Ken Tucker with Changescape Web, and today I am joined by Rachael Johnson, who is the account executive for St. Louis Metro East, which is the Illinois side of the St. Louis metro area, and the West Valley area, which is West Valley of Phoenix metro area. Is that correct?
That's correct. In Arizona, yes.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So welcome, Rachael. I'm excited to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we see each other periodically.
Yes.
But we've never really had a chance to really talk much. So I'm
Right.
excited to talk with you and learn a little bit more about what it is that you do for real producers. So the first thing I want to ask you is, for our audience, there may be some folks out there who are watching or listening who aren't familiar with the magazine. So can you talk
Mhm.
about what the Real Producers magazine is
Yeah.
and who it includes?
So Real Producers Magazine is a magazine where we work with the top real estate agents in the area, whether it be the top 300, top 500. The area is what makes your top. Anyway, we work with the real estate agents and partner with them with different vendors. We make the vendors, we try to sign them on as partners and try to help grow their business. So we just bring people together um, for everybody to help each other out and just boom.
Yeah. So I mean, kind of the driver or the glue of all of this is the publication, but you
Yes.
guys do a lot more than just publications. I mean, you guys are doing events all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's part of my job. Diane, our publisher, was heading that, and I've since started to like take the reins on it. So yeah, we do have monthly events in some markets. Like St. Louis is a big one where I have a monthly event. I have first Wednesday is the Realtor Partner Coffee Break. The second one is Realtor Partner Lunch. The third Wednesday is Realtor Partner Happy Hour. And so I'm actually now starting to work with something monthly for Metro East too. So that's probably going to be the fourth Wednesday or so. So keep an eye out on that. But um, we definitely do the quarterly events as well. So the quarterly events is like the big charity social. Like we just did one in Metro East in July. We picked a realtor and a partner, split the proceeds down the middle, and gave them a check for their favorite charity. So
Hmm.
when people come in, I'm always like, "Hey, give me your business card and
Yeah.
make sure that you have a charity in mind because you could win, and you could either present the check to the charity yourself, or we can mail it up to them." So.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and with the happy hours too, I also try to do a monthly a drive of some sort. Like we did the school donations this past month. Last month was Brendan's Backpack, which is a charity that provides food for kids after school, or excuse me, on the weekends when they don't have school, because a lot of kids only eat at school. So that
Right.
was a big thing. So every month I'm always going to be asking for donations of some sort
Yeah.
for good charity. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So you're responsible for three areas, which includes a magazine for each of the three areas, correct?
That's correct,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
There may
So,
be more coming.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I've heard rumors to that effect.
Yeah, there may be more coming, and I may or may not be a part of those regions, but yes, right now is St. Louis Metro, East, and West Valley.
Okay. All right. So beyond what you've already talked about, what else do you do for the magazine or for the events?
Um, I am Diane Collins's right-hand lady, so anything that I can do to help her out, um, I just kinda take over from that. Yeah, I also try to bring in partners, different partners. So there's a couple people I have on Facebook that I've reached out to, and I'm like, "Hey, I need you. What do you think?" And we, we have a meeting, but a lot of the referrals for different partners come from the realtor. So I'm not going in and just Googling people. I have to hear the name a couple times. Me and or Diane will have to hear that name a couple times and really get some good positive feedback before we're like, okay, I think you're going to be a good fit. From then is when I go and I reach out to them and explain everything and maybe invite them to a happy hour, see if this is a good atmosphere because we want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does somebody become a preferred vendor? I mean, it sounds like you just described maybe how they initially get involved,
Hmm.
whether it's a referral from a realtor or, or maybe other vendors that are out there. They may
Yeah.
occasionally, I suppose, provide some referrals to you as well. But what's the process? What do you have, like a vetting process or a qualification process?
So, not necessarily a qualification. So I'm not going to say, oh, you have to make this much or do this. But really, we just have the different categories like electricians, plumbers, contractors, builders, things like that. Um, so as long as you have a trade, then it's fine. Home warranties, insurance, things like that. So let's say you like Charlie's carpet cleaning, right? So I hear from you, I hear from a couple other people that Charlie is great. I reach out to Charlie, I introduce myself, let Charlie know who I am, who we are as a magazine. And just kind of explain everything, and then Charlie's either going to say yeah, like I'm more interested, or no, that's okay. And if it's a no, that's fine. That is completely fine. If it's a yeah, that's when I go into, okay, I don't want to take too much of your time. I don't. I just want to kind of get it out there. But we schedule a second meeting. So everybody has the time to sit and I can go over everything and they can ask any questions. And from there is when you decide, okay, yes, I want to do this, or can I have some time? So it just really depends on each person, but that's pretty much how everything kind of flows.
Okay.
Mhm.
What do you have a list of preferred vendors that you're actually looking for?
Um, it depends again on the region. Like West Valley, I need photographers, I need surveyors, inspectors, things like that. I pretty much need everybody. um, because we're relaunching West Valley. Metro East is it's good, but I could always use more people. It is okay. Like we might have a person that is in insurance and they might be for ABC Insurance Company. Well, XYZ could come and say, "Hey, we're interested too," and they might do different insurance. So it's just because we might have somebody in that category doesn't mean I'm going to automatically shut them out and say,
Okay.
"Oh, I don't need you." Like we already have a person.
Yeah.
So it depends. But I'm looking for a little bit of everybody in Metro East too. St. Louis is good. Um, I am starting a waiting list for St. Louis actually because we have so many different vendors. But of
Okay.
course, St. Louis has been around a lot longer than the other publications, so it's pretty established there. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just depends. I don't have a problem hearing anybody out with what company and what we could do for them and what they can do for us as well with
Yeah.
our realtors. Mhm.
So is it safe to assume that it's generally one business per category, or does it really?
No,
I mean, because certain categories are going to be much higher volume.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's why like some people are like, "Oh man, you already have a notary here. Man, you don't want another one." Well, I might because that notary, like St. Louis, for instance, we might have a notary that only does St. Charles,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I might have somebody else that's like, oh, I can go St. Louis, I can go Jeff County, I can go here, I can go there. And I might say, okay, cool. Just don't go to St. Charles, because
Right.
this St. Charles person is, that's their area.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't say it, like I said, I'm not going to cut anybody off just because I already have somebody. You never know. I have
Yeah.
a couple of electricians, I have a couple plumbers. So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, you mentioned the trades, but
yeah.
the vendors are actually really anybody who supports the real estate industry by and large, right? I mean, you mentioned mortgage and insurance and folks like
Hmm.
that as well. But
Yeah,
obviously, the plumbers, roofers,
yeah.
electricians, painters, folks like that.
Right. I actually was talking to a car dealership, not that long ago, and I believe it was West Valley, because at the same time too, you have people that are moving from out of town and they might need a car that they need to lease because they already have, they're leaving their leased car behind, can't take it with them.
Yeah.
So there's different scenarios. I could try to find a use for everyone
Yeah.
because I get so excited on, like helping people grow and just like building people together to network and everything too. So if I can find a way that that would help with the real estate industry, then yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, car dealers help all kinds of home services contractors, for example,
Yeah.
add,
Yeah.
add to their fleet, and
Right.
yeah. So, all right, cool. So, let's see. What do you like to do for fun? We've talked a lot
Um,
about work, but let's talk about you for a bit. And what's your background?
my back I am a jack of all trades,
Yeah.
honestly. I've done so much, and people are probably like, "How are you doing so much?" I've done a lot in my 39 years on this earth, yes. I like to hang out with my kids. I have 2 teenagers. Right now we're in the let's figure out what we're doing in our life stage, which they're pretty gung ho about, but I'm a wrestling mom. I'm an art and theater mom.
Hmm. Okay.
I've recently started traveling a lot lately, so that's been fun, just around the
Yeah.
country. I haven't been outside of the country. That's
Okay.
coming.
Yeah.
Um, and I like to bowl.
Really? Okay.
I'm not great, but it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
So I'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Gosh, I don't know. It's been several years ago by now, but we joined a bowling league and it was a blast. It was
Yeah.
fun. So
Yeah.
for
I have
sure.
my own ball and
Yeah.
and I love float trips, man. That's my thing.
Really.
Camping and float trips too. Yeah. That's a
All
good
right.
good time.
Have you been down to Echo Bluff State Park?
No, I just recently heard of it. So usually when I
Fantastic.
go floating and camping, I go to one particular resort
Okay.
because that's where I know and I
Yeah.
just love it. I just like everything about them and the staff there. But I did hear about Echo. Is it Echo Bluffs? Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I will try that out next year since we're almost done.
Yeah. It's like adjacent to the Ozark National Scenic Riverways. So
Oh,
Current River, I mean, they're just incredible. I
yeah.
floated on them, but I did stay at the property back in April, and it's a
Okay.
fantastic. It's an easy getaway from the St. Louis metro area. So
Yeah, it's not
sorry if
super
it hurts some
far.
folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. So let's see here. Diane always gives me some questions to ask, so brace yourself.
Oh,
We'll start easy. So, what is one strategy or marketing tool that you guys have used that you think has really been successful?
Social media.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, social media and texting.
Okay.
Lately, I have gotten a lot of like from the past a couple events. They're like, "Hey, you're the girl that's on Facebook posting stuff all the time." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yep, now I know you found it."
Yeah.
Or, "Hey, I got your text. That was really cool." And there's two different places I text from. I text from my personal phone and I text from like a business line. So it's so funny when I text from my personal phone. I don't know why, but that gets such a big response, um, because I don't know. I guess, like, emails get lost. So I do send an email, but I'd rather text, but yeah.
Well, we do text message marketing
Mhm.
programs for businesses, and the open rates on text messages, it's like 97% of all
Yeah.
text messages are read within the first
Mhm.
3 minutes that they're received.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
if you include a link, the link is
Mhm.
clicked 45% of the time.
Right.
So when you're comparing that to email, which is usually the second best channel, and then social
Yeah.
media,
Mhm.
nothing comes close to text message marketing. I mean, it is,
Right.
you have to have the right audience, you have to have permission,
Mhm.
to texting from a business line is probably the better way to go from a compliance perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it works really, really well.
It
So
does. It
yeah,
does. And people get so excited because 'cause they're like, "I got your text." And I'm
yeah,
like, "Okay, good. Well, I know it's working."
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad to hear social media is working for you. I know a lot of businesses
Yeah.
are really frustrated with what social media does.
Yeah.
And the challenge is it's a necessary evil, but if you're not producing content and posting it on a regular basis, you're practically invisible. And you could even be
Yeah.
invisible even if you're posting on a regular basis as well.
Right.
You're completely at the mercy of the algorithm. So every business is going to be a little bit different. Uh, but yeah, that's interesting to hear that that's working well for you. Um, so you said you've started traveling some recently. What's the most interesting place you've been to in the last couple of years?
Um, so I would probably say North Carolina, and
Okay.
I say because of a certain place I went to.
Okay.
So I have a friend that lives there, and I recently gone up there a couple times to visit her and her family, and we were sitting around one night, and they're like, "Oh, we should go to Helen's Bridge. Let's go there. Let's go there." And I'm like, "What is that?" Like everybody's like, "Let's go." I'm like, "What is
Yeah.
it?" And they're like telling me, it's every town has their folklore and
Yeah.
all that. So I'm like, "Let's go." So we literally, um, 30 and 40-year-old people, yes, we piled up in my friend's Jeep and went and went to this bridge. But it was very interesting,
Hmm.
I would say. I like North Carolina anyway because it's just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it is beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful day, and I love, like, don't get me wrong, I love Missouri, and I love our Missouri hills, but there's nothing like those mountains where you're just looking around, you're just surrounded.
Yeah.
So, Asheville was good, and then that little
Yeah.
haunted place we went to. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, are you much of a reader, or do you get your information from other sources?
Um, I am a complete information nerd.
Okay.
Like, I will read, I will listen to Audible, like anything while I'm in the car, especially because there are days that I just spend a lot of time in the car going to different events. So I will listen to that. I also will Google. I got, my master's in Google is what I tell people. I'm like, if I don't know something or I want to know something, I'm looking it up. I'm seeing what's going to work. And even just asking different people, hey, what's a good read? I love reading. What's a good read? What's a good internet article? So yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit of everything. Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, what is the strangest thing in your refrigerator?
I have a teenage boy, so it could be anything. Strange. I don't it's okay, so it's strange to me because it's new. So I have an egg allergy. So I used to eat eggs every single day, and then all of a sudden I get this allergy.
Oh,
So I
wow.
found this plant-based eggs. And
Really?
so when I say that, people are like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "I know." So
Oh,
to me, it's strange because it's new. It may not be strange to other people, but I'll just
yeah.
say strange to me.
Yeah.
But they're not bad.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're pretty good. A little salt and pepper.
Yeah. That'd be tough for me too because I eat a lot of eggs.
Yes, I've recently adjusted to that. So, I would say that and whatever else my son has hidden in the back of the refrigerator that I
Yeah.
haven't found yet.
Yeah. So you said you're an arts and theater mom.
Yeah.
A little bit about that.
So my daughter is very heavily involved in the art and theater group with the high school. And when she decided she wanted to do that was her freshman year. She's now a junior.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, what can I do to support my daughter? My son is in sports. I do all that stuff. How do I support her? And literally got an email that was like, "Hey, come join our booster club for, theater and speech." And so I'm like, "That's it. Like that's what I want to do." And she's into a lot of building the sets, um, and things like that. She does ticket sales and everything. So I became a part of that. Every so often, she might have something to do with art, like an art project or an art show or something like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot. Trying to plan, or excuse me, plan things for the kids and support the teachers in that
Yeah.
department.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I'm board president of the Modern American Dance Company. So
Ooh,
arts, you piqued my interest for sure. So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I did a lot of theater and music in school too.
Okay.
So a part of that like loved me when she was like, "That's my passion." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yes, one of them likes it."
Awesome. Well, we'll have to talk more about that next time we catch up. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So what's the if you had one ask of our viewers or listeners, what would that be?
Oh, um, I really don't know. Just whatever anybody needs that our partners need, just reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. Um, if I don't know the answer immediately, trust and believe I'm going to find it. But if I don't know it immediately, I will figure it out, and I will let you know where I'm at and figuring things out and what the answer is. So,
Yeah.
just to ask is like if you need anything, just let me know. You have all my information. Uh, any, I don't know, I would say any ideas for charities for my monthly charities would be great. That's it, really. Continue to bring the donations for our charities and
Yeah.
everything like that. Yeah, it's been great.
I've got an idea for a charity. I mean, Modern American Dance Company is a nonprofit, so we do a lot
Okay.
of educational programming as well. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You'll have to email me.
All right,
Yes.
all right.
Yeah. Because it's just like, man, whatever we can do to help. That's what
Yeah.
we're really big into is giving back.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's really rewarding when you do so. So I think
Yes.
everybody can find, you know, a cause or a couple of causes that they really care about,
Yeah.
and you can make a big difference.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
absolutely.
Exactly.
All right. Rachel, thanks so much. I enjoyed talking with you.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Goodbye.
Bye.